Train travel these days isn't easy, but I had no choice. A long journey lay ahead from New York to Monterey, California, to find out what happened to my father and why everything suddenly fell apart. I had worked so hard just to save $60 for rent, but I couldn't pay Mr. Fat. I'm sure he's furious by now. Still, I had to spend that money on a train ticket. $40? Gone. That left me with $8 for 5 days on the rails. Just enough for simple food, if I'm careful. But truthfully, I wasn't worried about hunger or comfort. I was worried about my father. He's a good man, always provided for us. Once a fisherman, now just helping other fishermen sell their catch. He never had much, but he had a kind heart and rough hands that always smelled like the sea. I used to hate that smell. Fish and salt stuck to his coat. As a little girl, I'd wrinkle my nose every time he hugged me after work. But now, I miss it. I keep wondering, what could have happened? He had no enemies, always kind, always generous. Except, there was one thing. He had a hobby: treasure hunting. He never found anything valuable, really, just old junk from the ocean floor. Stones, broken metal, rusted tools. He kept them all like they were ancient relics. No boat of his own, but he worked for Mr. Richard, owner of the fishing company, for over 30 years. Funny thing, that same Mr. Richard is the father of Mr. Fat, my landlord back in New York. 2 years ago, when I decided to leave Monterey and move to the city, my father was beside himself. He begged me not to go, said the city would eat me alive. But I had a dream, to be a detective, to fix problems that mattered. My parents were worried, of course, so my father asked Mr. Richard to talk me out of it. But instead of convincing me to stay, Mr. Richard offered me an apartment in New York, said it belonged to his son, who never used it. That was Mr. Fat's apartment. I didn't realize then what he had in mind, not until flowers started showing up at my door. With that strange smile, he wanted more than a tenant. But that's how I ended up in New York, chasing dreams and dodging unwanted proposals. Back on the train, night fell. I couldn't sleep. My thoughts were heavy with worry. And then, my stomach growled. I hadn't eaten in nearly 8 hours. I remembered there was a dining car, so I made my way through the quiet train and found the small restaurant wagon. I ordered a sandwich, just something simple. Back in the city, it would have been 10 cents. Here, it cost 25. That's all right. I was starving. The place was nearly empty, except for 2 men sitting at the far end of the car. I could feel their eyes on me. I tried to ignore them, but something felt off. As I stood up to leave, I passed their table and caught a glimpse of one of their faces. Rugged, serious. A scar ran down his cheek like a slash through a painting. And then it hit me. I knew that man. He used to work for Mr. Fat. Why was he here? Was he following me? Over unpaid rent? I didn't wait to find out. I rushed back to my seat, heart pounding. The train entered a tunnel. Everything went dark, just for a moment. But in that darkness, I knew something had changed. This trip wasn't just about my father anymore. Something, or someone else, was on this train. Watching. Waiting.